still have the chance to get your tickets while they're still out hot. Now, level 1, so important. This is going to be a make it or break it for the mid lane.
Yep. And right now, looking at the junglers, they're starting on opposite sides, which is something that we have seen in wildcards. If we see this, you got to be careful of those green cans on the side because it indicates that whoever wins the mid lane, they want to try to contest for that one.
For sure. And you can see that Wacker, he's double checking it, you know? That's how we get that confirmation. And Keyboy, unfortunately for him, he doesn't have as much freedom as Wacker, right? Because Wacker's trying to open the map. Yeah. But unfortunately, Keyboy, he's got to make sure that this Kadita is able to move out of the lane safely.
Look at this. Xe is putting pressure onto Lupi because he needs vision to know whether Kyrie is invading or not. At this point, the EXP as well as the gold laner, they gotta give information to know whether it's safe to actually take some camps away or not.
I mean, no real, extra aggressive movements from the junglers. No counter camps, takes, I think both teams are playing it slow.
Very, very slow. We look at the emblems as well. Common emblem for the Uranus, no surprises there, but making sure that RX is able to get into position to fight. Skylar should be okay. He's got Flicker, so he gets out of there no problem, but I'm more worried for RX, right? He's deciding to go for, he's trying to make sure that he has Festival of Blood to survive these fights early on if he's able to get the assist, and that's the big thing. When is he going to find that?
I also saw a rupture on Xe here, so it does look like they are trying to balance this out to make sure that in the early game, Xe as well as Kazue can deal the damage. Late game, hope everything on RX.
So far.
Outside, that's gonna be Shadow Kill pops. That's first blood for Kazue. That's textbook in the mid lane. Onyx trying to find compensation. Great disengage there by BGT. 1-0.
Yeah. Lukby did not want to risk failing the flicker out of the Ogi Shadow Kill. But now Wacker is doing great. Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's the first damage from Sans. They have recovered now. Keyboy taking a lot of damage. Identity finds an angle to take him down, and that will be the green light for Busquets to take the turtle, no problem.
Actually, Try could not get the ball, but I think it's still good. And this is how Busquets really should use the draft, because this is all about we trying to do everything that we can to make sure that you are denied of certain farm, and they're doing it quite well. But I do have to say, Onyx ID, they have ways to counter. So, because we just really has to be careful playing around Keyboy. As long as Keyboy is not there, it's probably all Busquets.
Oh yeah, it's about pressure, right? Busquets is designed to pressure their opponents as much as they can. And when we look at the hand cam, you can see the proactiveness of Kyrie looking across that map to make sure, Kazue, to make sure that they know exactly where he's gonna be.
Slam on towards 1. Wow. Plain and simple. It's just pick off game from Onyx, and that will be Busquets. Losing on the trade in the mid lane. Gotta be careful. Identity still. Caskill's looking on the flicker. Oh,
nice.
Xe misses that damage, but that's gonna be Luffy surviving.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff here. Now, Xe, at the very least, he's gonna have some pretty decent damage in the earlier stages of the game, right? He's getting a lot of it through his raw stats and as well as his emblems, but he's building up to that War Axe. Now, the question is, what does he do after that War Axe, right? Because a lot of the conversions are HP based. So if you have more HP, you do more damage in your lightning form. If you have a lot of damage, then you convert it into max HP into your cloud form. And that's the real question, because I feel like this team needs a tank more than it does need a finisher.
Honestly, looking at the crowd control from Onyx ID, I feel like it would value him quite a lot to go for a brute force first, and then later on consider whether he wants to go for an Oracle or go for something like the Chastised Pauldron to deal with Skylar. Because personally for me, I don't think Walker can be a frontline here. So even if he does build Chastised Pauldron, it might not actually help them out enough.
Yeah, I think this actually doubles down. If they get a 5,000 gold lead, I expect them to build all damage. Because truly, if it's just Ogi Shadow Kill and then you let Xe just try and clear up, that should be enough.
Which is quite tricky, right? Means BGT, they need more control in the early game. Seems like they're more proactive for the second neutral objective. Remember, Onyx, they lost that first turtle, so they're looking to equalize here. Keyboy looks for a jump. BGT still able to hold formation. Onyx, though, now starts the turtle. BGT Kazue is still on the purple buff. Let's see the take. Onyx trying to take their time. BGT finds an opening with the Raging Sunstorm. Doesn't really find the connection. Kazue finds a steal as Wactor will be the sacrificial lamb. Now it's a 5v4. They will force the fight as Onyx will look for something in the mid lane. Take a look at the bottom side of the map as well. Kazue is rotating towards Skylar. Take a look at her minimap. Skylar taking a lot of heat. And that will be Kazue slaying Skylar in the bottom side of the map.
Oh, thank God Kazue was able to get that auto attack because he whiffed the shurikens at the end.
And again, this is why I was talking about Kazue on this Hayabusa, because it is legit. He has to the changes of the quad shadow, the reduce of the range, but having more cooldown in a good way, meaning less cooldown. So Boost Game right now, this is worrying, which is they haven't transferred any of their advantages to real gold advantage, because the goal is not there. They need to get those turrets down.
Feels like a 3K, but it's only 400 gold, right? Now it's a 2v1 on the top side of the map. Ludwig taking a lot of heat. Kazue finds the kill again. Ludwig will raise that flicker.
Okay, Prod, now we gotta see how close is he towards his Sky Piercer, because that's a Kazooie special on his Hayabusa.
And honestly, he's playing like a legit perfect game, but here comes the dive onto RX.
Yeah, it seems like the Purify will be dropped early. That will be enough for RX to get to safety. Raging Sandstorm, Flicker as well. They're gonna on and engage. Tsunami Slam to his death. And that will be RX picking up his first kill in the game.
Blue team turret has been
A
destroyed.
lot is going on here.
What, LaFell, what would have you done in that situation? I'm Kyrie, you're Keyboy, what do we do? Is it sacrifice or luck? Because I feel like there was an angle that both of them could have lived.
Yeah, for sure. But hold on, I actually have to hold that one. Look at the difference here, 880 gold for Kazooie, and this time he's actually not going for that Sky Piercer. Looks like he is going to go for a War Axe instead. In terms of what I would do what Kyrie did. Is like, you know what? You're done. I'm out of here.
1,000 gold on the gold here as well. Yeah, that's significant.
And this is something that we hinted on earlier, which is strong teams does have a bit of struggle when it comes to the best of one. Not saying it's over just yet, but hey, Boostgate, that momentum from Wildcard is carrying over here in the Swiss stage.
I think right now the biggest difference that we're seeing between Onyx ID and Boostgate is the fact that Boostgate are just actively moving across the map. They are doing a lot of actions in the map. Executions. Onyx ID are thinking and responding. And you can clearly tell when those moments happen, right? They're a little bit slow to actually catch the wave, but when they make a decision, you can see that it's an executive decision. Everybody's able to move as one. And I think right now they're waiting for that one moment that Boostgate just drops the guard for that full wipeout.
Yeah, especially around the Lord later on. Speaking of players goal, RX, Kazooie, Xe is top 3. Kyrie is following up, but again, the difference between him, Kazooie, and RX is a bit too big. Now, the thing about Boostgate, the scary thing is they scale as well. And personally, for me, a scaling carry and a scaling Claude, I'm actually more afraid of that. Has that.
Wherever this cloud drifts.
As for, they just dominate one quadrant of the map, and as soon as they move to the other, that's when Keyboy and Sans have to make choices.
Applying a lot of pressure. They want to use this 3K to his utmost advantage, right? And they're expected to fight. Oh, that's Tsunami Slam. That's going to be the revive in the back. Finds the connection, and the formation of Onyx is dismantled. Kazooie finds a kill. It's a 5v4 now. RX joins, but it seems like BGT Skull. Let's take the turrets down.
I was about to say we just saw a big power spike for Xe because now he has that brute force, making it so that he can engage and he can get out. And that's what we just saw in the mid lane.
I mean, it's not like he was like CC immune or anything, but he is but one tanky boy. What a counter engage here. And I'm surprised, out of all people, Identity walks away with majority of his health still intact.
Yeah. And taking that rough waves coming in from Kadita.
Yeah.
Not as much damage as the original Kadita coming in from Sans, but it was more than enough.
In terms of goal differences that we're starting to see in this 4.5K, RX already complete. Skylar, half a component away.
Okay, they got to be aware of that. But, you know, got to keep it. Like, it was quite questionable that they went in for identity, especially Keyboy being the top roamer.
Yeah.
Supposedly went in and committed on towards identity, who had Purify.
I think it's a bit of desperation play, hoping to force a mistake coming in from Boostgate. It's like, no, we caught the guy with the Purify, and then everyone comes in, and then Onyx ID will be prepared for that counter engage. But I feel like even they were surprised. Xe coming in with the shifting winds, getting all 4. So I feel like they were trying to bait, but Xe was just too ready for it.
He was one of the game changers right there, and this is why Boostgate got the 6K lead Now they want to apply pressure in the mid lane. Will they look for a fight? I don't think so, right? They're happy taking the turret down. Onyx, though, looking for a defense angle. Would be trying to distract. 4 members is on him. And now with this, I think Onyx is okay with defending 3 base turrets here.
If Busquets can keep doing that, which is force out Suns from using his ult, that's going to be huge because once Suns ult is down, they don't have field pressure. Oh, hold on. Walker.
On towards Walker, on towards the Khalid. Everything but it. Walker lands. Take a look at the Bagexi again. The magic. Onyx now again dismantled as BGT. They want to take this fight. They want to take the free hit. This time, Onyx survives with 5.
Nobody dies. Nobody dies. It's just a trade of battle spells. These plays are going to keep on happening. Now we see that the Guardian Helm is in the process of being made by Xe at this point. He knows exactly what he wants to do. But what's scarier is that Kazue has already built into the Malefic Roar and is going into the endless battle. And with the Winds of Nature done by RX, this is why they have the green light. Let's fight. We need to force something.
Look at the difference here. 2,000 for the EXP, 2,000 for the gold lane. The side laners of Busquets winning by a lot because their jungler is almost 1,000 ahead. Speaking of, Kazue has a lot of penetration items here. You got the Honda Strike, you got the War X as well as the Malefic Roar. At this point, no one from Onyx ID is tanky.
Yeah, and Lutby only has just components, right? With only Oracle and his boots being the only completed items. Skylar now finally getting the util, but still doesn't have the completed Trinity just yet.
Yeah, he doesn't go for the Corrosion Scythe, opting for defense, which makes sense because Kazue is having such an amazing time. But we did talk about it where if he is going up against RX or Identity, it kind of doesn't matter. Speaking of, Identity does have that Lightning Truncheon. Now doing quite a lot of damage on that Resonance, making it so that even if you do use your Wind of Nature, quite a lot of damage will be absorbed by that Cloud.
And it goes both ways, right? Sans also finished Lightning Truncheon on his end as well. So it's about precision, right? How accurately can Onyx ID find a scalpel and go straight at RX or maybe straight into Identity? And we've seen that both times those purifies came in handy. So there needs to be a little bit of tenderizing. We need to see those battle spells come out first.
Sayer Busquets already teasing the Lord. Kazue has not shown it in the map though. So Onyx, they're questioning here. Where is Kazue? Should we fight? Should we take more? It seems like Busquets, they understand that it's 7,000 gold lead. So let's just take this Lord dance slowly.
Yeah, they can. Look at that bot wave, right? Skylar looking to respond to that bottom wave. They don't want to lose a free inhibitor. Top side as well, also building up a pretty good wave, net neutral. For the mid until RX looking to push it in hard. This is the perfect position for Busquets Esports.
I feel like for Onyx ID, they're waiting for RX to get so close to Loopy that Keyboy can respond.
Mount Chalker here. That's going to be popped. Stunned. Oh my goodness. Keyboy obliterated as PGT. 2-man petrified by Sans, but great reaction on the flicker with the tough boots. That's going to be the immunity. Kazue taking the Lord. BGT. Perfectly executed. Now Sans is a juicy target, but great damage control. Oh! Kazue finds the angle to shut Sans down.
Now they're going to be folded right back. Oh, wait, another play!
Oh, Xe with the Sora. This is why you pick Sora up as Skylar looks for defense. Terrified again by Xe.
What is up with Identity's damage? They're just too far behind. They don't have any MR to protect themselves. Everybody, like Kazue, he's so far ahead it doesn't matter. But Identity is doing a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
I would say, again, Busquets, they're playing perfectly here.
Again, Xe looking for the playmaking. Kazue jumping in, stun, Tsunami Slam! Finally, shutting Kazue down, but is it enough? BGT still applying pressure with the fingers out! But here comes the damage from RX. They gotta deal with the Lord. Kyrie jumps up here, Skylar as well. It seems like for now, Onyx can defend.
The moment I say play perfectly, that's where we die.
Yeah.
You know what? My bad.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, but there's another one. Identity